The tale begins with a princess named Aristine, who experiences a surge of liberation and silently celebrates her newly acquired freedom. Escaping from her oppressive country and her twisted father has been a long-awaited victory. The emperor, her father, subjected her to unimaginable torment, all under the guise of molding her into a success. Haunted by memories of a horrific fire that nearly claimed her life, Aristine recalls waking up amidst the suffocating heat and suffocating air. The flames engulfed her surroundings, and her father stood before her, the one who had orchestrated the inferno, blocking any chance of escape. In that moment, the pain of realization cut deeper than her charred lungs and blistered skin. She longed for her heart to turn to ashes, believing that the pain would cease with it. Over a decade has passed since that fateful night, and Aristine's heart has indeed turned to ashes. Despite leaving a place of confinement, her mind drifts to her destination. Curiosity engulfs her as she contemplates Iruko, a land of barbarians, governed by fire and iron, surrounded by savage creatures. Whispers of her father's disdain for Iruko resurface, fueling her intrigue. Sylvanus, her homeland, has long held a contentious relationship with Iruko, a land unconquerable despite Sylvanus' conquests. And it is to this land that Aristine is betrothed, to Tarkhan, her future husband. The marriage proposal is not merely a union, it symbolizes a chance to end centuries of enmity and forge a new alliance. However, Aristine knows her father's true intentions. The ceasefire negotiations were merely a smokescreen, a ploy to gain time for a covert plan of invasion. And she is nothing more than a disposable pawn in his scheme. Aristine's laughter echoes within the trembling carriage. She finds a twisted satisfaction in the fact that her father's discarded hand, sent to her supposed demise, will instead defy him in a monumental way. However, to achieve her revenge, she requires the cooperation of one person above all, Tarkhan, the man she will soon call her husband. Whispering his name quietly, Aristine envisions a future where she and Tarkhan will reshape their destiny, turning the tables on her father's malevolence. Aristine finds herself trapped in a peculiar situation. Instead of utilizing a portal, she embarks on a journey in an old-fashioned carriage, immediately raising her suspicions. Confined within the carriage for almost 10 days, Aristine's discomfort grows as she is unable to attend to her basic needs like washing up or changing her clothes. The constant surveillance from the knights prevents her from even removing her uncomfortable dress. Finally, the carriage comes to a halt, and Aristine is allowed to step out. However, she remains wary, aware that something is amiss. The guards and escorts surrounding her only deepen her sense of unease. While she may be protected within the enemy nation of Iruko, she understands that her safety is not guaranteed. Sitting before a tea table, Aristine contemplates her situation. As she gazes into the black tea in her cup, her reflection disappears, replaced by a different scene. In this vision, she witnesses a handmaid, identical to the one present in the room, pouring boiling water onto her face. The image fades away, leaving Aristine composed once again. Aristine possesses a unique ability known as the Monarch Sight, a power coveted by her father, the Emperor. This ability allows her to perceive the past, present, and future through reflective surfaces. However, she lacks control over when and what she sees. Her father considers this a failure, deeming her unworthy of being a success. As the handmaid approaches with a pot of boiling water, Aristine's instincts kick in. She swiftly stands up, causing the maid to unintentionally pour the scalding liquid onto herself. The maid's face swells and reddens, leading to a chaotic scene among the other maids. Despite the accident, Aristine remains calm and covers her mouth. One of the maids confronts Aristine, demanding she take responsibility. However, Aristine confidently deflects the blame, highlighting that the maid's carelessness was the cause of the accident. Her retorts and composed demeanor surprise the maids, who had always seen her as a troubled and insignificant princess. This incident marks only the beginning of Aristine's journey. Will she survive with her unique abilities and navigates the intricate web of political intrigue and personal growth?